how men don't have to be always strong. They can be the weaker gender and accept mistakes. Like otherwise, you've always seen that men are macho and meri galti nahi hai. Sab ladki ki galti hai. But here, you see this guy who's vulnerable.
You know, it's not preaching anything. It's not asking you to live life a certain way. We've shown you emotions.
Hi guys, this is Ayush Mehra.
And I'm Aisha Ahmed.
And you're watching us on
PeepingMoon.
Hello everyone, welcome to PeepingMoon.com. I am Rashita, Sahni, and today joining me for a super exciting and fun conversation are Ayush Mehra and Aisha Ahmed, who are all set to impress us all and give us the perfect Valentine's Day watch with -1. Hi you guys, how have you been?
Oh, thank you so much for a warm introduction, and we're really happy to be here. We are good. I'm speaking for myself.
No, he usually speaks for both of us. So whenever, whatever he's saying, I'm on it with him. But we're very excited.
Yes.
A little nervous is happening because we've both not played parts like this before. It's very intense. It's very different. So yeah, we're excited.
Yeah.
I should tell you, don't be nervous, because as I mentioned, I watched every promo, trailer, teaser, and now I'm actually waiting to watch the show. It looks like very fresh, you know, almost like we have been missing something like this for a long time. It's cute. It also has that heartbreak angle, which all of us love, Bollywood fans. But you know, talking about the two of you, I feel firstly, watching the two of you together is a treat. I think we have seen a lot of you, but we don't feel bored. That is at least what I feel. Y'all can work together forever, I feel. But you know, getting into your characters and also complementing each other so much off screen and on screen, how do you manage to do that?
I think it's a lot to do with friendship.
Yeah.
I think Aisha and I have a very good friendship. We know each other since 8 years. We've started off with, you know, we've progressed in lives together.
Yeah.
Like we were in an ad phase, we were in an audition phase, we were in struggling phase, we were in filter copy phase, we were in web show phases, and now it's an OTT phase which we're facing together.
Yeah.
So, you know, the bond, we've also done travel shows together. We have traveled with her so much in the worst conditions possible, where it's just like, you have to just chill with Aisha. There's no one else in that gown for another 50 kilometers. So, you know, that's the reason why I think we're very comfortable with each other.
What I really like about our friendship is that we respect each other's spaces, you know, because especially we don't hang out so much by ourselves, you know, it's mostly work that gets us together. But over the years, we've learned to respect each other's space, and that's what really helped in the show, because it was so intense.
Yeah.
So you really need someone to know you and know when not to like get in your space, and know when you need that little laughter from the other person. You know, we'd literally be yin and yang on set.
Yeah, and I could probably see when Aisha is talking and Aisha is zoning out. And I'm like, hello, sir, kidhar ja rahe ho? Wapas aa jao. And Aisha is like, yeah.
And it's so funny, he'd just like look at me, I'm sitting in the corner, and then he'd just look at me saying, nikal gaye kya, sir? Kidhar nikal gaye? And I'm like, how did you know?
Oh God.
So it used to be that. We had a very intense workshop session before that as well. So I think that also
got us together.
Yeah, like I know Aisha, but do you really know somebody? But in those workshops, we had to be vulnerable with each other, like talk about
I saw Ayush cry for the first time, and I didn't know. I felt so protective of him. Like, you know, we were doing the workshop together, but I forgot. Like, for me, it was Ayush is crying. And suddenly then it was so easy to go into the show because there has to be that much love, you know, and that's what the workshop did for us. It got us really, really close, I think.
Yeah, it did. It broke that friendship, work friendship of KR. I know her very well, and obviously I'm comfortable working with her. But to a point where, this person is also
a human being,
like that. So it was that. It was nice. I don't know.
Oh, so sweet.
Yeah, it is sweet. Like when you're talking about it now, I'm just feeling
even
like,
I'm getting emotional.
But you know, intense is what I felt when I watched the trailer. There's a scene wherein you break a glass or something, and I could feel the energy translate through the screen, and I think that's the power of good acting.
How sweet. Thank you so much.
You're most welcome. But when you play such characters, intense, especially when you have not been into a lot of intense roles, how does that switch on, switch off thing work? Do you take your work and the emotions home, or are you like a switch off, switch on actor?
It doesn't switch on, switch off for me.
Yeah.
It was the first time I was doing this.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it is something that you learn with experience, because
Correct.
I've done parts, I've done short films where, you know, it's been hectic, it's been intense, there's been a lot of emotions, but this was the first long format thing and I couldn't like switch off, switch on. It would travel with me. The only saving grace and all of that would be Ayush and I would head back together and we would keep telling each other, it'll pass, it'll go. And I have great friends who I'd go back to and sit with them and just be like, I'd be quiet and they'd still be around, you know, but it doesn't switch off. You don't really, I mean, at least for me.
Okay.
It was parts and bits and parts. You know, at points, I, as a person, step back from when it's hitting me too hard and it's reflecting in my real life.
But that's what we were taught, like in our workshops, that's what they worked with us on, that don't
hold back. Like, you know, we were specifically taught that, you know, in life,
feel everything
in
you're
life,
feeling.
when you're supposed to, you are in a situation, you always say, fuck it. And
You
move on.
protect yourself, you know, कि this is gonna hurt me a lot, so I'm gonna stop.
I'm not going to bother about this.
Yeah.
I'm over it, and you can bark.
Correct.
With anything or with any situation, I'm not going to let it reach me.
Yeah.
So this was our homework, that this fuck it cannot happen.
Okay.
For a month or two.
Okay.
I can say that, right? Like the
Yeah,
language.
of
Okay.
course.
So, so that was our homework, where if she's angry or if I am angry, you feel that anger for for a day, and then probably do fuck it.
So you don't leave it on set.
You
and
don't
go
leave
home.
it
Okay.
and in general life also, like if the traffic is annoying you, you don't say it's okay yaar, and move on. You let it affect you.
Oh my God.
So everything started affecting me. I remember there was a point where a child was crossing and he fell down while crossing. I had tears in my eyes because I was getting affected by everything around me. And that practice had to stop the minute the show would get over.
Oh God.
So it was like a dodgy situation, but it went very well, I feel.
It sounds really difficult.
It was difficult.
But it was a great
it was-
experience.
Yeah, great
Because
learning experience,
honestly, I thought I won't be able to pull off something so intense, because, you know, for me, crying would also be difficult on camera, because usually you're in such tight schedules, ro do, has do, you know, feel things like that. And I would always, and that's a feedback I would always get, that you reach a certain emotion and then you start going back.
Yeah.
But here, because we had to do it with everything that we had in us, so it was great. And now I have a lot more confidence in myself as an actor. At least, you know, I feel that.
That's great. Another thing I feel about -1 is that it's a little unique in its way. I don't know, I'm yet to watch the entire thing to sort of prove that. But as someone who has worked in the show as the leads, what do you think it sets it apart from everything that we have watched before? As I mentioned, it feels very fresh.
So I think it's not, the best part about this is it's shot like a film.
Yeah.
The technicians who worked on this are beyond our level of talent. They are far superior people. They are so good. Like Tajdar Junaid has given the music. Jebin, who shot it.
Yeah.
He's shot it beautifully.
He shot it
Oh,
so
he's
nice. Yogi is the director. He's a TIFF director now.
Shubham is his name.
Yeah.
We call him Yogi.
Sid has produced it, and it's coming on Lionsgate Play. The first season, now I'm going to go to the specifics. The first season was on YouTube. It was a comedy and this and that. But this is entirely a new chapter. You don't have to watch season 1 for this. This is entirely a new thing. And everything is just stepped up. And it's not only about a breakup story. Like, it's not only romantic. It deals with so many issues. Like, it deals with self-love. It deals with infidelity. It deals with trust. It deals with vulnerability. It deals with how men don't have to be always strong. They can be the weaker gender and accept mistakes. Like, otherwise you've always seen that men are macho and meri galti nahi hai, sab ladki ki galti hai. But here you see this guy who's vulnerable, and
he learns it over time. What's really special about the show is also that it spans over 8 years, 7 years.
Yeah.
So you see these characters grow and how it's coming of age in sense. And having said all of this, what's special about it that the show is about nothing. You know, it's not preaching anything. It's not asking you to live life a certain way. We've shown you emotions.
Yeah.
We've shown people in a situation which we all go through. The youth, I feel like in India, the youth is not shown what they actually are.
Yes.
You know, it's a very Western idea that we have that youth is like this. तो वो हम अपनी फिल्मों या अपने shows में दिखाते हैं. That's why really I feel is very special is that we've actually spoken about us.
And issues which are हाँ यार ये तो होता है
और इसके बारे में तो किसी ने
Relatable,
बताया
बताया नहीं और ऐसा फील होता है मुझे नहीं पता था
और ऐसा दूसरे इंसान को शिट तो मैंने ऐसा जब किया तो दूसरे इंसान को ऐसा फील
लगा,
हुआ सो इट्स दोस थिंग्स यू नो यू कांट रियली से द शो इज अबाउट दिस और दैट it's about nothing and it's about all of this.
everything. Yeah, it's about every issue you can address, which revolves and regards these age groups, like from 23 to 30 to 35. It deals with a lot of things which a lot of people will feel and be like, "Hey, हाँ यार ये
It's gonna be very relatable, yeah, that for sure. Because while we were like doing our rounds of like you know sitting on the scripts and doing the readings, we were like, हाँ ये होता है. Oh my God, why did no one tell us about this? You know, and now we
इस
can.
पे पिक्चर कैसे नहीं बनी अभी तक?
Yeah, you know, also like everyone's so focused on making thrillers or comedy, or it has to be something different. You know, and that's sort of become a trend that everything you watch is you're expecting more. There's a twist and there's a turn. We've not made this in a while. Like we've not seen just plain romance and heartbreak in so long. So for us, it was when we were reading the scripts, we were very happy as audience. You know?
And it's a reeling, like you're reeling through a breakup. It's an ode to a breakup, is what our director always used to be like. And I used to be like, ये ऐसा बेचूं मैं? It's an ode to a breakup, guys. Valentine's Day पे ode to a breakup बेचे. But yeah, that's the beauty of this show. It is honest.
Amazing, and we do love a good relatable watch, and it looks like a promising one. So congratulations already on that. But thank you so much for joining in for this beautiful conversation.
Thank you so
I
much.
am taking back quite a few things about that switching off, switch on thing. I think I'm gonna think about it for today.
Think about it. It'll make you think, and but you should not practice it in daily life.
Of course,
you should practice it when you want to feel emotional,
Yeah.
because that whole week or that whole month would be a letting out month.
I know.
And that'll be a liberating process for you.
I'll tell you in short, it's when women PMS